Jay Will.
You're in West Virginia. You're going to call Kentucky, West Virginia tomorrow night. Kentucky was 5th in the AP preseason poll. They're out of the top 25 entirely now. Why aren't the Wildcats as good as we thought they were going to be?
Well, first off, it's interesting, Tony, because Cal hasn't gotten one of the best recruiting classes over the last couple of years. That's gone to Coach K of Duke University, which Cal has made some comments about, which is pretty interesting and funny, by the way. But getting back to the realistic part of the game is that I think all these kids are talented, but they don't have an alpha male. And is that going to be Kevin Knox, who's projected to be a top 15 NBA draft pick? They're just getting Jarrett Vanderbilt back off injury. P.J. Washington is another very strong, athletic frame that can get to the rim at will. But nobody has taken on the challenge of saying, this is my team. I'm going to be the guy to lead this team to the promised land. So until they develop that type of alpha dog mentality, we're going to see this team that struggles and ultimately struggles with their toughness.
Let's go to Trae Young for a second, because lately, Jay, as you know, he's gotten so much attention. People routinely call him the best player in the country. As a fan of a team that will be in the lottery, I think, the Bulls, I'm looking at still Marvin Bagley III going, oh, my God, I want that guy. Who do you see right now as a better prospect, or if there's somebody even better than those two? Let us know that, too.
Michael Porter Jr. And I'll say this to you, Mike, because we talk about this all the time, and I love Marvin Bagley. What position is he at the next level? Is he a 3? Can he guard threes on the perimeter? Now, I know Coach K, says this whole thing about he's a positionless player, and I do like that versatility, but, has he really proven that he can take shots from the outside and create things off the dribble, or is he like an undersized 4? Is he like a Derek Coleman, and is that player applicable in today's game? Trae Young, yes, I think he can score up a lot of points. The game is moving a lot more fast, a lot more fluid. I can see him involved in a lot of ball screens. But at the end of the day, if this kid is healthy, I know we lose track of it because out of sight, out of mind, but Michael Porter is 6'10", who has a skill set of like a Kevin Durant. I mean, he's not as athletic as Kevin Durant, but he has that type of skill set. He can shoot the ball from deep. He can be at the pinch post, reverse pivot, score over the top of you because he's 6'10". He can handle the ball like a point forward like Ben Simmons. Like, he's a guy that's going to fit right into the league right away and be impactful. We just don't talk about him anymore because he's hurt.
It's fantastic to think about this, that a kid who will play absolutely no minutes at all in college, and he may as well have just been in high school, like in the old days when they took high school. That's fantastic. As long as you mentioned Marvin Bagley, let me go to the other really big game this weekend, which is Virginia at Duke in Cameron. Virginia is number 2 in the country. Duke is 4. Virginia, as they have with Tony Bennett for a long time, has the number 1 defense in the country, and Duke has the number 2 offense. I know you're going to have your eyes on that game. So which gives? Does the defense give or does the offense give?
Well, I'll say this first about UVA. Tony Bennett right now is the coach of the year, because I don't think a lot of people out there in the country can tell me who the starting 5 is for UVA. I don't think they have any superstars. They have a lot of guys who understand how to play. They are the second best team in the country right now behind Purdue in their ability to defend. But I think Duke wins that game because of Duke's highly offensive powered mindset that they have. And I still think that UVA will win the ACC regular season. But I think as far as a national contender, I think Duke is in that next category before I would put UVA in that category. And this is why. Their offense is off the charts. Defensively, they are getting better. If their defense starts to catch up with their offense, that is going to be a very, very scary thing. Even though I know UVA plays great defense, they don't score a lot, so they're always going to be in dogfights. I think that can catch up to them in the NCAA tournament. Whereas I look at this Duke team, I mean, they're right here, guys. I mean, they're going to be able to achieve a lot due to the fact that their offense is so high-powered and it's threatening for anybody they're going to play against.
All right, we'll get you out of here quick. You got 15 seconds total. Who are the 4 best teams you've seen so far?
Villanova, even though Phil Booth is out, that's going to hurt them right now. Purdue is the best team in the country. UVA is right there. And then I'll say Duke. I think Michigan State right now is on the outside, even though they won a lot of games. I don't see a number 1 team in the country getting blown out by 20. And that's my knock on Duke, and that's my knock on Michigan State. I mean, Duke losing to Boston College, Michigan State losing on the road at Ohio State by 20 points. Those are things that concern me a little bit about those 2 teams.
Thank you so much, Jay. Good to have you back
Jay.
on the show.
No, we appreciate it.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys soon.